Hello, Yanni. Can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you excellent. So, we are gonna see match in the male category. Um, it's gonna be Hungary in blue color facing Canada in white. What do you think about the game, Davor?
I don't have a prediction, but I think there will be a tough fight.
By this time of this tournament already, this is like, again, this match is like a pre-match for the position games, for the, how do you call those, like in the
It's a semi-final for the final position match.
final position matches, yes. But this, of course, these two teams, they have played a number of games. Hungary has lost 3 games and won 1 game. They lost by a large goal difference to Sweden. This was 14-0. They lost to Austria 7-0. To USA they lost 2-0. But then they won Luxembourg 3-0. So 1 win for those. And I will just fetch now the Canadian side here in my logbook.
Canada has probably been a bit better.
6 players in the water.
About ready to start. The referee sees Birgitte. She's a German referee.
Lutke.
Lutke, yes. Yeah. On the deck, orders the teams to get ready.
White team ready.
Okay.
Blue team ready.
Okay. I hope you can hear me. I'll push the input all the way up to max. First to the ball, Canada. Number 42. They stay down. They go all the way over to Hungary's side. Coming in. One of the Canadians has lost his fin. He goes up. The momentum seems to be with Canada now. Number 3 swimming over to the left side to continue the attack.
Canada has played 3 games so far. They lost by a large goal difference to Colombia. That was 29-0. That was a blowout. Then they lost to Spain. Canada lost to Spain 7-1, but they won Slovakia by 2-0. So the different amount of games means that some of these groups are numbered differently. So there are
One team larger
per
groups.
Yeah.
I think then maybe Canada has should have an edge, and seeing how they've played coming out so far, it looks like Canada might be the stronger team. But it's still early. We'll see.
Yeah.
Free throw blue. Free throw blue.
Free throw for Team Hungary.
He's coming in unopposed. He's got a player with him. They go back out into the corner. He's going to make a rush.
So far, Canadian defense hasn't had any trouble with the Hungarian side. Now, well,
And they even
well
get the ball
done
away.
by number 81.
But they toss it away. Canada trying to clear their zone. He swims out towards his goalie. He's even looking to pass down to the back, but the back is covered. The goalie is forced to go out and pick it up. And he streaks down the left side until he's caught. And a somewhat risky pass, recovered, but it's broken momentum of the attack. Now they resume. 81 rushing. Very nice. Matteo Narayan who put on the pressure there, but now they've lost it. Hungary sending it right back over to the other side. 30, who was that?
That was a Hungarian.
David
David Shevts.
Savchik.
It's a horrible last name.
I think he's a player to watch. Every match that I've watched.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned his name in the earlier games also.
You just see this
I
same players.
I will call him David because this last name from my mouth I cannot really pronounce whatsoever.
Savchik, I think it is. Savchik. Maybe.
Shevchuk. Okay, let's try.
Maybe the live stream chat will give us some suggestions.
Feedback, yes.
But as said, he's a good player. Sets the tone for the team.
Look at that.
One of them. Oh.
Really strong Hungarian. Again, David, number 30. Shevchik. Now we are already few minutes now.
Oh.
Now it's 1-on-1. But look at the goalkeeper. Wow, he's not hardly moving a centimeter away. Number 7 in the Canadian side. His name is Juan Pablo Carmona.
Carmona. So he had a great balance.
Excellent.
You have to have balance to stay on like that. If you think about being on a surfboard in the ocean, that's the kind of force that you're dealing with.
Yeah. Now now it's 1-on-1 again on the Canadian side, but well done. Well, he took a little risk, which was worth.
Gonzalez.
Adolfo Gonzalez taking the risk, turning around like that, taking the ball into his hands, and still has it. He spent 30 seconds maybe underwater. Here we go again, number 14.
Giraldo, 23, got it, past the 14.
Oscar de la Guerra.
Now they come in 18.
81, Mateo Naranjo.
So Hungary's picked up, and it's a match.
It's a match.
It's a match.
With 5 minutes gone in the first half, it's 0-0 Hungary, Canada. And now we should look at the boards, the game or the boards again, because I'm not really sure now. This is one of these position game, semi-games. So here we are looking to what position, because each team will be put in, have their final position. So there is nothing like that you would go out the quarterfinals and then go home. But
yes.
Each of the team will play until all the teams are
ranked. Yes.
Ranked, and this is fantastic because the game. All the teams can face some opponents which are on their own level, more or less. And unfortunately, of course, this is not. Underwater rugby is still a minor sport, so unfortunately, we have some big differences in between certain nations. There are clearly some strong underwater rugby nations and some weak nations. Some nations that are participating for the first time, like I think Canada,
Great Britain.
So we have some new nations also coming into these games, so it's fantastic to see that they are brave enough to come all the way and to seek for their own level. Where are they? It's a good test for all the teams to check that what is their national level. Here we go.
Oh, he looked for a pass and found nobody. There were only blue Bitcoin, the blue and yellow Bitcoin. This kind of situation is also curious because you can't say there must be some contact with players who don't have the ball. A whole bunch of people are grinding into a mass. Logically, it must be a violation of the rules, but that's just the way it's played.
It's going to be a free throw for Team Canada, close to the Hungarian goal. Canadian fans are making noise in the audience. Girls are supporting their men team.
Nice. He snuck up and grabbed it.
Number 42, well played by him. He has really good ball controlling. Was really nice. Passing to the bottom where he finds his teammate. Excellent move. Back of his back. Number 3. That was Camilo Contreras.
Nice long pass. Up to the surface. He sees the punch, moves the ball away.
we just, I think in the morning we witnessed Slovakia losing to Great Britain by 1 goal. It was 3-2 for Great Britain, and Canada has won Slovakia also. So I think, looking just this number now, it seems that Great Britain and Canada should be on more or less the same level, just looking these single games. So the games are pretty even also, and it's nice to be a commentator and maybe nice to watch these games because the goal differences are small.
And great picture now, visibility.
Visibility is excellent.
The light's
yes.
good.
It's a really nice day here in Graz. Maybe it's going to be at 30 Celsius. Last night we had a thunderstorm coming in, some rain in the later in the night, and now it's again really blue skies, some clouds, and of course we get a natural light into the swimming hall here, so we can enjoy a good quality video.
Yes, the pool here is surrounded by mountains. It's very beautiful.
Yes, it's I think one of the most beautiful swimming halls, maybe the most beautiful.
Oscar de la Guerra starting something for Canada. Nadian passes back to 14.
And
then
then
over
the
to
backside
goal.
again. Goal!
Gonzalez has scored.
That was a good move. It was a great pass. Who is the one making
Gonzalez.
this pass?
Oh, the pass was
Number
made by
14.
14. De la Guerra.
De la Guerra passing to Gonzalez, who is waiting, and it was the goalie was facing
Timeout called by Canada.
backside to the
Timeout.
timeout for Team Canada. So
Timeout.
6
White.
minutes, 20 seconds
Timeout.
left in the first half. Team Canada taking a timeout.
So do you think that they will say, we don't go in so much, we try to go through with this one?
No, I don't think so. They shouldn't, because once you start only to defend, then it's a long road. Specifically when you have still 6 minutes in the first half left.
Second force.
But they can say to the players, don't pass until you're really sure. Be careful with your passes.
Yeah, maybe in the open water when they have lots of space to pass very carefully and not let the Hungarian do anything by surprise.
Yes.
So, but still, I would say that this timeout that the Canadian took, I think it's more it has more worth for the Hungarians, because now they should think what they should perhaps do is to defend closer to their own
But
goal.
we don't see them talking in a group.
No,
That's not a good sign.
No, it's not. Or then it was a short message, maybe.
Yes, it could be.
Many of our commentating, we are a team of 5 people, and I think we start to have some throat problems. At least I'm.
Here's a mint for you.
Oh, okay, I need a mint. Maybe later I will have one. Thomas and Lorena, they complained speaking so much in a couple of days, so it's also a challenge.
Oh, he handed it straight over to the Canadian.
Can you close the door, Davral?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thanks.
This is a air-conditioned booth. The first time I've experienced this.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Hungary has it now. Two men coming, but immediately, did you see the way that the Canadians
Closed it.
closed it and came down? But now there is suddenly some space for the Hungarian. It's the number 13,
score.
a really strong guy, and
Very
he had
good
an
play.
excellent contact to the goalie.
Oh, 81 managed to Nariano. Narianho. The J is pronounced H in Spanish. Another chance for Canada to go over Giraldo, who I think he started the rush last time when they scored.
And now there are a number of, but are they able to resist still passing? Is he able to pass to the other side? Not quite so. The Hungarians are there, but there's one Canadian also backing up. Passing to his team, an excellent play, because he took 2 Hungarians with him.
Yes.
That is so important this game, that if you you need to. Whoa. That was a close one. Again, number 2 from the Canadians.
And it's happened quickly too.
It happened quickly. I was about to mention that this vertical dimension has to be understood among all in the underwater rugby. When you start to swim towards the surface with the ball, you should lure your opponents with you and then pass it to the bottom.
Yes.
So the downward. So that is so important move in this game. Many times overlooked, the importance of that.
But it's the reason that the coaches always say, don't chase to the forwards, don't chase.
Yeah, also, yeah. But then we saw the Canadian, he took 2 Hungarians with him.
Yes,
going-
now it's
going
one-on-one.
one-on-one. And this we've seen a few times now before that the Canadian
2-on-2, very
oh,
good. Oh,
again a close one. It was just you know,
Gonzalez
from
again. Gonzalez really likes to get the ball and leave.
yeah, but the problem with his goalkeeping is that he starts to move. And now he was a little maybe lucky to catch that ball. It
That's
could
right.
have the other way around.
In other words, someone could steal the ball from Gonzalez as he leaves the basket like
Exactly,
that and put it in.
then put it in immediately.
Yes.
Or with some better performance on the offensive also. And now there is 1-to-1. Oh, that
He had it. Now there's another chance.
Oscar, number 14. So on both sides we are seeing now excellent score opportunities, and now it's the what it's gonna be, and it's a penalty. And this comes for me. This comes as a surprise.
Penalty should
It's a penalty.
Hopefully we
shoot.
get a review.
replay on that.
Replay of that. What happened?
penalty shoot.
I think Hungary will be a little upset. Now this
a
is very
delay called because shoulder in the
Shoulder in the
water,
basket.
in the bottle,
Yeah.
ball-
Shoulder-
basket.
Shouldered in the basket.
I hope
so
we could see this again, but it's important now to think about the psychology that if you're playing and you're playing a close match, you're down 1, and then this happens, this can throw you off your game if you're not
yeah,
ready.
Yeah.
So it's vital for Hungary to.
So it seems the Hungarian goalkeeper will be, what's the number, and who is gonna, number 5 from Team Canada, so it's gonna be Mr. Cesar Flores, the captain himself, and then he will be challenging number 41, Julian Shevchuk. So these are brothers.
The
so
same
these are-
name, yes. They're
these are
both brothers.
There is one father and 2 boys, I was told.
Timeout.
Yes.
So at the timeout, blue team taking the timeout may be a good idea, although they got a rest.
The goalie
good
is
rest.
doing his apnea preparation.
But he shouldn't overdo it either.
No.
That is a risk if you start to overdo your apnea. Then, at least for me, if I over breathe, it's not good either. So you just calmly breathe.
He is calm. He's not hyperventilating.
No, exactly. This is important.
Deep,
in my
deep breathing.
deep breathing. Yeah.
And he's a big guy.
He's in good condition. Look at those arms.
Yes.
It's a Hungarian powerhouse.
He could stop. The odds of stopping a penalty shot at a high-level match are perhaps higher than in a club where you have one dominant player coming in.
But I would also say that what we've seen so far is that the goal-making ability of the Canadians is on a good level. So I still think that they will score. But let's see. It's maybe 60% of the balls goes in and 40% are taken by the goal.
Well,
Maybe
the goalie has had plenty of time to relax and concentrate.
definitely. Yes.
He
Here we go.
dives to the
It's a
bottom.
penalty. 45 seconds. The famous 41.
The Canadian player is
45 seconds.
in no rush. He's going.
Interesting.
He's
start.
waiting from the top. He's going to go down slowly.
Maybe not the wisest thing to just let the seconds go, but then really aggressively touching. This is important.
He's gonna
Maybe
go-
he had decided to take it all the way at once.
Maybe he'll go up for air.
Hoppa!
Oh, he did it.
That's it.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper for a while was a little confused. I think the reason was that
Hungary scored
he started to go
5.
so far away from his own, so he should come back. And he lost the sight to the ball for a few moments, but just enough for the Canadian just to put it in. Well done by the Canadian. He started really strange way because he wouldn't swim immediately
Yes.
to goal. So
But psychologically, he had the Hungarian fellow's neck and pulled him out. That may have caused him some lack of confidence in the situation.
Okay, the Hungarians are now 2 goals behind, and there is 2.5 minutes left in the first half in the game. It's Hungary in blue, Canada, Team Canada in white.
Now the game is decisively in the hands of the Canadian team now. If they
But one
simply
thing
keep playing the way they have been playing, they should be able to go through. Oh,
So it's a free throw for Team Hungary. But I would say that what Canadian team does at this moment is that they are not defending close to their own end.
Free throw,
So
blue,
we saw just
attacking the
before this free throw, we saw that they were spread out, creating space for the Hungarians for a good offensive. So let's see about their tactics now later in
Hungary
this
has gotten to the basket. They have threatened to score. There's no question.
Yeah, there is no question about it. They have had excellent chances, so it still could change. And now we, of course, it's a long game, 2 times 15 minutes, so it's also about the physical conditions of the players.
But the first half is almost over. There's 1 minute 40 seconds.
It
more or
would be
less.
so important for Hungary now to take some risk and try to make an equalizer. Number 8.
No player on the bottom.
No, that there is no help for him. The Canadian number 14 has it now. That was maybe a little risky, but still worth it passing onto the bottom. There is another Canadian is he able to deliver? 81, really strong looking player, Matteo Naranjo. Another one. That was a nice move.
Very calm
1 minute
here.
left, so
Yes.
now I think if they have a coordinated attack, they could still try to squeeze one in.
Oh.
30 seconds left, so there could be a chance for a danger moment there for the Hungarian. That is holding, and I think it's in the favor of Hungary,
2 minutes.
maybe.
White number 8.
2 minutes.
minutes.
Attacking
White number 8,
Choking.
so
Mask.
attack
Number
of the
8.
mask.
On the mask, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so this is an excellent opportunity for the Hungarian now.
It
It's
means they
25 seconds left in the game, and there is 1 player less in Team Canada.
And they start the next half also with a person in the penalty
Also,
box.
unless they score.
Yes, yes.
On the bench, they're going to put Canadian number 8. He's Mr. Marco Cardona. And,
Go over.
and
Wait. Wait until we start.
referee on the deck is ordering the Canadian players to go to their own half again.
Everything okay? So we start. Free throw.
Free throw, here we go.
So Hungary puts the ball into play. Oh, the player who was there didn't see the pass.
Yeah.
He had the right position, but
No, there is still enough time if they can. 10 seconds left. Hungary is playing 1 man down, but still creating a good momentum. And now there is
Goal.
No, I don't think so. There is
No.
something. A
Pushing.
fault.
warning.
Team warning. White lifting up the goalie. Team warning.
Okay, so Canada's received a team warning for pushing the goalies up.
Yeah. And I think I very much like the referees giving warnings for those because it's such a serious fault.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's the first half. 1 minute 36 seconds left in the penalty time. So the Canada will start the second half 1 man down for 1.5 minutes roughly. It's 2 goals advantage now for the Canadians, but I would say that the Hungary still has a chance.
Absolutely.
It's definitely not, game is not over yet. So there is a good 15 minutes now for the Hungarians, and I will check if they
Advertisements now.
make any changes.
Yes.
Would you mind checking the air on the other side?
tauscht deine Luft. Tauscht deine Luft. Ha? Okay. Wie viel war denn drauf? Jetzt tauscht er. Da ist doch einer. Bum, 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 bum. Don't run, don't run. Yep. I don't know. Overactive. Too much energy. I'm hungry.
So welcome back to Graz, Austria. My name is Jani Mäkinen. I'm here with Mr. Davrol Tien for commenting you the match between Hungary in blue, Canada in white, and Canada is in 2-0 lead at this moment. During the break, Canada did one change. They got out Mr. Hector Eduardo Torres, number 9, and in Gord Lemon.
Still have a power play.
Yeah, Hungary has a power play for 1 minute 36 seconds. So let's see. Hungary earlier in the game had made a change, but this was only after a few minutes. They had taken out Mr. Nagy Balaz,
Blue team ready.
or Balaz Nagy,
Nagy.
I think that way, and in they took Mr. Peter Toth.
Toth, yes.
Here we go.
Also seems like a family name here. two tosses, but maybe it's common in Hungary. Okay, they get the ball away. Camilo Contreras chased it down.
So Canada plays one
lose
man
it again.
down. Hungary has 6 players now in the pool, and whereas Canada has 5.
Contreras goes up.
So there is no goalkeeper for a short moment, but the Hungarian is not able to take any advantage now.
Oh.
Excellent pass, but this is a massive, massive goalkeeper. What's his number?
He's the one who has stopped several goals. Is it 2?
And again, excellent moment for the Hungarian. And then from the both sides, they're trying to squeeze in and unable to score until, yeah,
They really almost scored.
almost. And then again, there is a referee, and he signals a penalty, shouldered in the basket. So now Canada already had 1 penalty. They scored with it. Now it's an opportunity for the Hungarians to make an equalizer. And who is gonna take it? I think number 78 at least. He jumped into the water. No, it's not gonna be him. It's gonna be number 30 from the Hungarian side, Mr. David Shevsuk.
Yes.
So one of the Shevsuk's family members, and the goalkeeper will be. Who is gonna be? Is it number 2? Yes, we saw
Gonzalez.
him. Adolfo Gonzalez, an excellent goalkeeper. I think he was the one actually who scored the goal also in the penalty.
And he has the ability to leave the goal. He should be agile. He is.
Now the Hungarian immediately goes in really aggressively, and now there's another time. What? Because I saw. It's a free throw for Canadians for contact on the mask. No goal. At the same time, when the referee actually called for this contact onto the mask, I saw that the shoulder of the Canadian goalkeeper was deep inside the basket. So I thought a moment that they would be given a penalty and a new penalty time and a new penalty shot, but no, it was contact on the mask, and obviously it was so clear that the referee had to call it.
So disappointment here for.
Certainly a disappointment for the Hungarian side to leave it go in that way. Okay, we will start now again, or still Canadian are 1 man down for another half a minute here. Let's see.
Cesar Flores, the captain, puts the ball into play, or he thought he was going to put it into play.
Now I think there is the
Referee.
Hungarians are negotiating about what just happened, or there is some confusion among now,
Both teams on
and
the
the decked
side.
referee again
Both teams on the side.
Separate.
called the both teams to separate.
The ball is in the middle, and both teams on each side because there's no goal.
Unlike in EuroLeague, we do not have here video refereeing,
No.
which is sort of
Because
like.
none of the underwater rugby act in any way, so to put the ball in the water.
I'm a little. I'm confused now why the referees seem to have some confusion with
Yes,
themselves, because
I don't have any clarification.
these are, of course, very experienced. They go to the national leagues, international games, EuroLeague. All these referees are extremely experienced. Here we go again. So it's in the middle. It's not a free throw. That was, of course, I think. I don't know where is it said in the rule book, but I didn't see this often actually happening, that the penalty ends in that manner. It's fairly rare, I would say, still.
But it was because of the infraction.
Yes.
Grabbing the mask.
Yes, grabbing the mask.
Hungary put a good attack on there.
So Hungary has now still 13 minutes time in the game, so there is no any immediate panic, of course.
White team completed.
That was holding, most definitely.
Yeah, but they seem to let it go, and Canadians taking the ball to the Hungarian end now. There are 2
And the
players.
new player,
there.
Gord Lemon, has the ball. He should be a little bit more energetic, perhaps, because he's just come into
Oh,
the game.
and
Oh, that was a punch.
that's it.
That
That's
was-
a goal.
Yeah.
And
Well-
I really,
One of the
It was a-
Hungarians seemed to punch him in the face.
that was number 37
Yeah.
who scored.
That was a punch in the face, but it wasn't seen by the referee.
And this is Francisco Velasquez who scored for the for Team Canada. And I wonder what really how could that be, because there were at least 3 Hungarians surrounding him. So somehow you saw him punching in the face. So okay, just for the audience who is not very who do not know this sport too well, I can just say from my experience that being an underwater rugby referee is not always very easy. So certainly you wouldn't see all the faults that are happening from these video screens. Maybe it's sometimes much easier to see what is happening.
Well, he should have got a 2-minute in the penalty box for that punch. It was intentional, and
Do you think so? It wasn't intentional?
absolutely.
Okay, that's worrying, because that's, you know, the sportsmanship. Here we haven't seen any that heated games, at least so far.
Well, a little bit.
Semi-heated maybe, but
We had 1 match expulsion.
okay. Oh, we had. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
comment or see
No.
that game. What was that game? Do you remember?
That was USA, and who were they playing against? Austria.
Austria.
One of the Austrian guys got sent off.
Uh-huh.
He came back the next game, so he got to rest 1 match.
Right. And it's a Canadian free throw. And
Rosenkrantz
at
was the
the-
player who got the match
oh, right.
suspension.
Grabbing the mask. Again, the same reason, and it's a free throw for Team Canada in the Hungarian end of the ball.
This is a question for our sport, the referees. The referees are not so young
Yeah,
at the top level in the international game.
sure.
So we have to bring up a new generation, because we
Also-
don't want 10 years later there's the same referees, but now they're getting to be 60-something.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. Obvious. That's an obvious thing that's gonna happen at some point, of course.
Yeah.
And should happen. I think it should happen. You know, it should be like a something that is happening from one tournament to another slowly, rather than then the next game we have
Suddenly, yes.
all new referees. So the heritage and the experience of the older referees indeed important.
There is no alternative to the top referees that we have today. It's not like there's some reserve that you can.
No,
There are
no,
some.
not
There are
really.
some, but
Some,
you
yeah,
need
but
to be
yeah.
active and doing it so that you stay in practice.
This
Gord Lemon.
Hungarian defender is in really strange position, because he had his head so high up. And another contact to goalkeeper. Ball is bouncing
Flores,
back
the
and
captain.
forth. Still Canadians have it. The Hungarian, again,
Goyas.
this defender has really strange position.
Royas drops the ball down, recovered by the.
If you keep your
Canada.
head so high up in the defender's position, it gives difficulties for the goalkeeper to turn around.
Yes. So now Hungary has a chance. There's no
10
back
minutes,
right down
10
right now.
minutes left and 3 goals down. So this is now momentum for Hungary. Now I think if I was the Hungarian coach, I would start to take risk now, because there's still 10 minutes. But then with the defenders specifically, they should try to, you know,
To come out.
and be more active on the offensive side.
But
They
maybe-
had excellent moments, but I must say that the biggest Canadian goalkeepers for the final obstacle for scoring, because we've seen some great goalkeeping by the Canadians.
referees order the players to.
And it's a free throw. It's for Hungary this time. Now we are in the Canadian end for a change. Immediately attacked by 2 massive Canadian guys.
They're up in the corner now. He's driving them out. That's
Yeah, that's number 23.
23, Giraldo.
Jaime Giraldo. All alone against 3 Hungarians, and that was an excellent pass, ladies and gentlemen, by the Hungarian, but then there is a Canadian defense well positioned immediately. Now we need some more Hungarian meat around the goal to be able to execute a good try.
I would have liked to see him swim more actively there. That he was down. He should have gone to the other side of the basket and then swum back again to buy his team some time.
Maybe they should now, swim more around, not just directly to the goal. That was a great pass again, and again there is a free throw, and I couldn't just quite see for what reason. 8.5 minutes still in the game. Yeah, Mr. or Mr. or Mrs. I don't know. UWR zone says the discipline is that defenders are supposed to be side to back the goalie.
Timeout for Hungary.
Timeout for Hungary. That is true. If you're sideways, it is also while the ball is not close to your own goal. It's good thing to be sideways, but still then you would have to keep your head down. Leave these turning opportunities, and there was the guy who was sideways. I think there was nothing wrong with it. The guy who was before there, he was close to a sitting position on the bottom, which means that he is in the vertically, so that if there is a sudden counter attack, it's really difficult to get back to the defensive position. And while you are sideways in front of the goal, the positive thing is, while the ball is not too close to your goal, you can put yourself in the position where you can jump from the wall out or from the goal. You can also use the goal, jumping out and trying to catch the ball
to get initial speed.
Initial speed.
Yes.
And this is what you see the top teams, they do it a lot.
Yes. Especially the Norwegians. They all do it. This Canadian team, of course, is very much a product of Colombia in some way. Most of the players have come.
Yeah. But as said before, we need to send more Colombians all over the world. They are our missionaries for underwater rugby all over the world. So
reproduction.
Yeah.
Nobody has any.
But the female team, Canada, I think that
they're more balanced.
I think those girls, most of the girls
pushing
are born
out of bounds,
in Canada.
Out of bounds here.
Out of bounds, yeah.
See some of the Australian players coming in, the men.
Thanks for the mint.
It's
it
helping
really
you.
is helping me, has helped my throat.
Oh, he spins round, holds them off, holds off two,
and
he's
gets
able.
The pass.
Very good.
Well done.
Number 5, Cesar Flores, the captain, brings it over. Velaquez
No,
passed
the
over to
defender is
that
holding the basket again clearly. He was not anymore.
Gord Lemon, maybe. A rush on the goal. He spins. And he exposed it briefly, and it was taken by one of the Hungarian players, number 30. Scheifsek.
Yeah, I think both teams have good wrestling capabilities. Oh, that was a little roughing there on the surface, but perhaps nothing that the referees would react to.
Well, they didn't. I think it's not right to push the players down when they cannot even release the ball. That's a bit hard.
So it's 6 minutes, 50 seconds left, and now it's the time of the wolf, so to say, for the Hungarians if they want to Now,
The Hungarian player tried to extend his arm to make a pass, but he was completely surrounded. And
that was careless pass by the Canadians, and now there is some sort of a counter-attack maybe possibility.
good move, but it was
But it's a Canadian,
Picked
really
off.
fast, big guy, but still really fast guy. Was he number 7, I think, from the Canadian side? Juan Pablo Carmona. Now actually Hungary. How was that? How did that happen? So easily taken away. I would actually hope for Hungarian now to score at this moment. Less than 6 minutes left
to make the game.
to make the game more even, and basically for all the opportunities that they had for scoring, I would say that it would be they deserve a goal. Yes.
But Canadians are good at staying on the bottom there in defense. They're below, but nobody's below the scrum. Yes, Canadian is there.
Well done by dropping. He could see that there were no immediate danger from the Hungarians. He dropped down, but then
they're taking a bit of pain, these guys who have the ball and are caught from behind, but they accept it for their team and hope they can rip the ball free.
quite amazing that we have seen these Colombian guys taking the rugby with them. Do you happen to know how many players more or less are in Colombia?
In Colombia, I don't know, but
I
they
heard something
contribute
like
800.
40 teams, something like
Yeah,
that.
They have more than one club in several cities. I mean, you have Medellin, you have
4
Orcas,
clubs.
Ecomaris, 4 clubs. Scuba, I think it's there.
Right.
And good clubs.
Yeah.
They have.
That was a nice
Yeah.
pass to the other side. Let's see, now there is some fighting going on. Right on the dotted Hungarian goal. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left.
And Turkey is sending players out to play in other. I think they will eventually have an impact.
You mean?
Turkey. They will have extra players. They will.
Right, look at this. That was a nice pass, but no time for the Hungary. In many of these, now, is it? It's not. Excellent moment for the opportunity for the Hungary, and I wish that they had put it in.
He's kicking. Oh, he must be really disappointed. That was close.
And now it's 1-on-1 on the other side of the ball.
He's
now
trying to get the waist around. No, he comes out. They have it. Excellent. No.
Now there is
The
lots
back went
happening.
down.
Suddenly we have more speed in this game. Suddenly, 3.5 minutes left. Not yet a Hungarian goal. Now he goes number 89, Marton Peter Justros. He was all alone chasing, and this is maybe they should maybe avoid. They should go in pairs at least, chasing the ball rather than all alone.
Just
Because
3
this
minutes left.
Canada has no problem. They are in a very comfortable 3-goal lead, and this seems to that the Hungarian cannot do anything about it anymore. While Canadians have no trouble keeping the control on the ball. Many of these games I wondered, how well would I perform if I was playing in one of these games. Of course, against Norway or Colombia, I would be totally useless. That's certainly not on my level. I'm more of a hobbyist than a serious athlete, I would call myself.
There is
like
a staff
hobbyist.
match on Friday.
Yeah, there is a staff match. I'm looking forward to it. Like this would be maybe a sort of level where I could still compete.
Yes. Will we be on the same team? How are we divided up?
Hopefully. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Thomas, I think he must be very strong because he's a big guy.
And he's played in the EuroLeague.
Right. So we must.
there it
Another one for Canadians, and
That was Geraldo.
2 minutes left in the game. 4-0. It's now turning to Canada, and
He turned very well to see everything, all threats. He knew he was safe.
yes. And somebody commented about the turning goalkeepers. I would say that the goalkeeper would have been head towards the field. You know, I think. Of course, it was okay. Well, while he was trying to put himself to the defender's place, and maybe he should, you know, be faster. Then immediately using his legs, just block with his legs this counter-attack way.
He should have been down.
But then he wasn't down. He wasn't on the top. So
he left the goal.
He left the goal.
Yeah,
open. Yeah, it was open.
Now we see the players getting ready for the next match. That will be Australia against, what is the next match here?
Next match,
Australia women.
Australia in women.
That should be good.
That should be an excellent match, and I think it's going to be an even match. Ole, this is a Canadian choir showing their singing skills. They have come all the way from Northern America to play here in Austria, Graz.
First time ever.
First time ever, yeah.
For the Canadian women.
But I think, you know, it's the summertime in Europe. I think it's not only underwater rugby. I hope the teams that come all the way from faraway countries, that they can enjoy also this European summer atmosphere. You know, I was walking around in Graz. It's a really nice town. Beer is half price for the Finns, so it's also a notable thing.
Finnish commentators, they like their beer.
Yeah, certainly. It's and the food is excellent here.
It's good.
It's really good.
If you like.
And here in the swimming hall, they have a cafe that actually serves quite a good food.
Very nice.
Very nice. Hot meals.
Hot meals.
Yeah.
And not prefabricated.
No. It's just I like it very much. Unusual for a swimming hall to have this kind of service, I would say. And there is a really nice outdoor swimming area with the with some toboganes, they call them in Spanish, like the slides. How do you call those?
For the amusement park type water.
How do you call those?
What do you call it? Water park.
Water park things, yes, and a jumping tower also to the 10 meters.
It's a big complex.
It's a big complex. Really nice. I think this must be the nicest swimming hall that I've been to. Oh, and I'm sure in December it wouldn't look the same.
No.
Now in the summertime. Okay, here the Hungary. Come on, guys.
Score in the last minute.
Last minute score now for the Hungary. Now take all the risk and all the 6 players into it now.
No, but they've lost the
Canadian counter-attack, and there is one Hungarian goalkeeper left behind.
This is a situation you're really tired when you do the counter, you're swimming. If you could stop and motion that you're going up and stay down, you can maybe trick the opponent, but that's very hard to do because you'll be so tired.
This will certainly be a disappointment for the Hungarians. I think they didn't really expect it to Canada be so, and they had some really great opportunities to score. But something then. Now the goalkeeper was more to it. Really
this is
using
the end
his
of the
legs.
game now.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Canada goes.
Canada 4, Hungary 0. No goal for Hungary. I think Canada will face the Great Britain in the placement match, and Hungary maybe plays against Slovakia. We need to check the tapes.
Adolfo Gonzalez, the goalie that we thought he was quite influential in the game, taking risks but making it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching. Davrol Tien is going for an interview, while I will just remind you the next game will be in the women category. It's going to be Austria versus Australia women. And I have seen the both teams playing here, and I will just tell you, gentlemen and ladies watching online, that this will be quite an even match, interesting underwater rugby match. Please stay tuned for more world level underwater rugby brought you from Graz, Austria. Thank you.
Okay, I'm here with Diego Hoyas and Adolfo Gonzalez. And you don't speak English so well, so you're going to help out with the questions. You made some really critical saves, and you leave